Okay, to our fellow YouTubers in the Philippines, a few days ago, we received a notification that our earnings will now be taxed. As mentioned, Google may begin withholding US taxes on earnings as early as June 2021, and Google may be required to deduct up to 24% of your total earnings worldwide. If you have this notification like mine, simply select Get Started or head over to google.com/AdSense. I am now logged in Google AdSense. Notice here above I have a notification, and from here I can select Manage Tax Info, or if this notification is not available, to manage your tax info, simply head over to Payments, scroll down, head over to Settings. I'm going to select Manage Settings. And under Payments Profile, we're going to select United States Tax Info. So I'm going to select this pencil icon, selecting Manage Tax Info. Next, let's select Add Tax Info. And once more, we are prompted to enter our Google account password. Okay, for Filipinos, if you're a small YouTuber like me, we are going to select individual. So if you're operating as a legal entity like, for example, ABS-CBN, GMA7, CNN, obviously those mentioned are corporations, and for that you have to select non-individual entity. So once more, to small YouTubers, selecting individual, selecting next. Are you a citizen or resident of the United States? Obviously not. Okay, this is one of the confusing options. Select a W-8 tax form type. The original W-8 is also known as the Certificate of a Foreign Status. Okay, as mentioned here, W-8 Ben is commonly used for non-US individuals who would like to use or claim tax treaty benefits. And for WE8CI are those for non-US business entities or individuals that earns income related to trade. So obviously for us, we are not related to trading. So we're going to select W-8 Ben. Selecting Start W-8 Ben Form. There's an optional question here, doing business as. So if you're registered under a DTI, recall that there's a business name in that certificate. So you're going to input that here, but of course this is declared as optional. I prefer disregarding this. Moving forward, country of citizenship. And to quickly head over to Philippines, I'm going to hit P for Philippines and selecting our country. Okay, so next, a foreign TIN, tax identification number. Optional unless you are claiming a tax treaty. Okay, definitely you'll be asking, what is a tax treaty? So as mentioned here, a tax treaty is a bilateral two-party agreement made by the Philippines in this instance and the US to resolve issues involving double taxation of passive and active income of their respective citizens. If you can recall, this is also the case with Manny Pacquiao's earning in the US being taxed by the Philippine government. And just to add, this treaty was in effect since 1976 during Ronald Reagan's administration. Okay, so once more, we are claiming a tax treaty to prevent double taxation and to reduce that tax burden. Definitely advantageous here if you have your TIN number. So I'm going to input my TIN number now for under foreign TIN and select next. Next, we are required to enter our permanent residence address. Unless you have a PO box of your own or in care of address, you're going to enable this. If you have your own home or you're living with your parents having that address as your permanent address, we're going to disable this. Let's now type in our address, the province. So for me, I am in Metro Manila. And of course, mailing address is same as my permanent address. In addition, this form prefers only the letters A to Z. So I'm going to change this to the N to N only. Postal code not recognized, so let's have this blank instead. Selecting next. Moving forward, under tax treaty, are you claiming a reduced rate of withholding under a tax treaty? Definitely yes. And of course, we are a resident of that country claiming a treaty with the US, which is PH Philippines. For special rates and conditions, let's enable services, motion picture and other copyright, YouTube, Google Play, to have a tax exempt. So for AdSense, there's a drop down here selecting Article 8 and Paragraph 1. Withholding rate, definitely we prefer 0. For the reason, meets the term of the treaty, simply enable this. Next, ticking a motion picture. Once more, selecting Article 13 and Paragraph 2A, reduce rate to 15%. Enabling this for the reason. Moving forward, let's head over to other copyright. Under article and paragraph, selecting this only option. Withholding rate, once more, the smaller one, which is a 15%. Ticking this and selecting next. Moving forward, under document preview, let's now tick I confirm that I have reviewed the generated tax documents to the best of our knowledge. Let's now select next. Under certification, you're going to input here your full name as mentioned in your government ID. And yes, of course, I am the person listed in the name above. Selecting next. Under activities and services performed in US and affidavit, we are asked here, have we performed any activities for Google within US? Definitely no. And yes, we certify that by ticking this checkbox. Status change affidavit. Are you providing tax info for a new or existing payments profile that hasn't received payments or existing payments? So for me, I have been previously paid by Google. So I'm going to select I am providing tax info for an existing payments that has previously received the payment. So definitely, if this is your first time in AdSense, you're going to enable this first option, ticking this checkbox to confirm and selecting submit. Okay, we are now back in the manage tax info, and as you can see, we have now provided and complied with the YouTube's requirement. And yes, we have reduced the tax rate to 15%. As early as now, please fill up this important form. And once more, the deadline for this is up to May 31, 2021. If you have not submitted this tax info, definitely you'll be charged up to 24% instead of us who have complied only 15%. Okay, to our kababayan YouTubers out there, we hope this video was helpful. Comment down below if this video needs a correction. If you appreciate our efforts, leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and see you in the next video.